In early 2023, Tudor released what was arguably going to be one of their most popular watches in recent years, a GMT version of their iconic black bay diver. That can only mean one thing. Well, it can mean many things, but for the sake of this video, it can only mean one thing. Chinese watch companies are going to pay attention, and inevitably make homages, clones, clomages, whatever you want to call them, of that watch. While the original watch retails at around $4,400, this Addiesdive AD2044 can be yours for just around $80. It's no Tudor, of course, not even close, but I believe that if you're looking for an affordable alternative, you might find some merit in this quartz-powered homage. I bought this watch from the Addiesdive watch store on AliExpress, and the reason you saw the includes paid promotion flag in the beginning of the video is that they did let me have it at a discounted price. So the link you'll find in the description of this video is going to be to that store. The AD2044 is available with either black or white dials, and you can choose between a Jubilee style bracelet and a few different colors NATO style nylon straps. Like all Addiesdive watches, this one too comes in the regular old black plastic box. Here's everything that comes with it. And here are the measurements. The case is 39mm wide and 14.5mm thick, including the protruding crystal. The distance between the lugs is 20mm, and the bracelet tapers down to 15.5 at the clasp. Lug tip to lug tip is 48mm, and with 5 links removed, it weighs 125 grams. Water resistance is a proper 200 meters. The dial isn't actually entirely white. Instead, it has a very light silverish metallic sheen to it. It has a black mini-track printed along its edge, and a set of applied and highly polished indices filled with Lume in the familiar black bay layout. A downwards facing triangle marks the 12 o'clock position, batons mark the 6 and 9, and circle indices are found everywhere else except for the 3 o'clock position, where we have a simple cutout date complication window. Addiesdive's name and logo are printed under the 12 o'clock index, and the red GMT and the water resistance information in black are found above the 6. The hands are your classic snowflake style hands that are synonymous with the Tudor Black Bay line. The hour, minute and seconds hand are highly polished and pack a nice amount of lume, while the 4th GMT hand is painted red and is lumed at its tip as well. On the lume front, we are looking at BGW9 Super Luminova. This is going to give you the familiar icy blue glow, and for a budget piece, I have to say it doesn't disappoint. Some lume on the bezel would have been nice, but then again, Tudor doesn't have it either. Speaking of the bezel, this is a 120 clicks coin-edged unidirectional bezel, with a blue and red aluminum GMT insert. It operates well, a bit springy but not too bad, with no freedom or backplay. The alignment with the dial seems good too. The crystal covering the dial is a domed mineral one, with anti-reflective coating applied to its underside. The 316L stainless steel case is brushed on most of its surfaces, with polished chamfered edges running along the sides of the case. Both the brushing and polishing are done well for the price of the watch. Something all Tudor homages share is a bulky side profile. This one specifically could benefit from being slimmer, being a quartz watch that utilizes a thinner movement than most automatics. The traditional unguarded vintage style crown sticks out at the 3 o'clock position. It screws down and signed with Addiesdive's logo. Its design makes it very easy to screw out and operate. The screw down case back looks like all Addiesdive case backs, with the large logo engraved on its center and the watch's details engraved around the edge. Ticking behind this chunk of steel is a Swiss Ronda 515-24H. This is a veteran, affordable and reliable 1-jewel quartz movement, used by so many brands today. -10 to +20 seconds per month is its stated accuracy, and 45 months of use is what you can expect from the battery. If you opt for the stainless steel bracelet, which I suggest you do, this is what you get. A 5-link Jubilee style bracelet made up of solid links and solid female end links. The links are held together by push pins, as you'd expect to see at this price point. It feels a bit light and jiggly if I compare it to a very good quality bracelet, like the J-style bracelet on my Erebus Ascent, but it does look good. It has its outer link brushed on top and polished on the sides, and its middle links polished. The clasp is your regular Addiesdive clasp, a fully milled fold-over clasp with a double pusher security system, polished charm for the edges, the brand's name and logo engraved on top, and 5 holes for micro adjustment. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. It wears just as you'd expect a 39mm dive watch to wear. It is a bit taller than I'd want it to be. The bracelet is comfortable as most Jubilee style bracelets are, and having small links and this many micro adjustment holes means a perfect fit is guaranteed. Legibility is naturally not great on the white variant. The anti-reflective coating does a good job reducing the glare, but there's just too little contrast between the dial and hands. If that's an issue for you, you might want to consider the black version instead. White dials are always going to be strap monsters, and anything with blue or red in it is going to make the colors of this watch pop. Here are a couple of options for you to consider. Let's go over the pros and cons now. Pros first. For a budget piece, this watch offers quite a lot. Starting with a full stainless steel construction that is done well considering the price, 200 meters of water resistance, assisted by both a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back, a Swiss quartz movement that might not be an expensive one, but sure is better than most Chinese options, great lume for the price, nice colors on the bezel, and overall good operation. If you like the look of a black bay GMT and the functionality of a quartz GMT, this watch is one to consider. For me, the biggest advantage of a quartz movement, besides accuracy, is that it's always ready to go. Moving on to the cons, the first thing is always going to be the domed mineral crystal. Sapphire would be more resistant to scuffs and scratches, but comes with a price, and acrylic would be cheaper, would scratch more, but would also be easy to fix using Polywatch. At this price point you shouldn't really expect to get a sapphire crystal, but there are quite a few Chinese brands that manage to pull it off, including Addiesdive themselves on some of their other models. Next thing is the color of the dial and the resulting poor legibility. I do wish the dial was actually white instead of silver. Last thing is the thickness of the watch. If you're going to use a quartz movement, then I think you should utilize one of its main benefits and put it in a slimmer case. They could have easily shaved a millimeter or two off the thickness. All in all, we are looking at a nice looking sports watch with a handy and accurate GMT function that doesn't break the bank. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You'll find a link to the watch in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. Here are a couple of quick links to 2 more Addiesdive watches I've reviewed recently. Check one of these out next. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.